Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be a video regarding the latest earthquake updates, and there are several as you can see here. There have only a couple here in the United States within recent days that have been monitored by the USGS Association. A 3.4 in Wyoming, and it was a 3.1 in California. So those are the two in recent days in the United States. But you go to the southeast of the United States, down to just southeast of Cuba, in Puerto Rico or Puerto Rico, and there have been about 11 earthquakes there. And I'm not even going to mention how wrong these maps look, how off they look, because I mean this is just way too close together, all of this. And I mean, all of this is just right here. You see in the center of the screen is way too close for me. And another thing is, this was supposed to be formed by a meteor impact, but it doesn't really take the shape of what would be formed by a meteor impact to me. But I know a couple of other YouTubers, at least one, has stated that, but I'm not going to discuss that for this video. This is not an ME video, but the maps are way off, and they seem to keep changing all the time. But anyway, this earthquake took place of 5.7 in Panama. That's the one in red right there. And there have been several aftershocks in that area, 5.1. And just several in that location, a 5.7. And over to the northwest of Panama, in Nicaragua, Nagarate, Nicaragua, there was a 4.5, which is still moderate on the earthquake level, but anything 5.5 and above will be shown in red. There have been several in this location near Ecuador, several earthquakes in or around Ecuador. A 4.5 on January 31st, and a 5.2 as well in Ecuador. And this one down here, a 4.3 in Peru. Salivary, Peru, just southwest of that location. And go over here in the middle of the ocean, in the central mid-Atlantic ridge, there was a 4.9 earthquake. And these are all within a day or two. Go southwest of that location in Chile on the 31st of January. There was a 4.9 in Lebu, Chile. Down here in this location, there was a pretty strong earthquake. Well, it's in the red anyway. A 5.4 in the Pacific Antarctic Ridge. So near Antarctica, there was an earthquake as well. You don't really hear of a lot of earthquakes in that area. Many, many earthquakes in the Gulf of Alaska. Alaska has been bombarded since January 2nd with earthquakes. And really, since that big quake struck the other day, a few days ago, well, a few weeks ago in January, within the past month, they have really, well, their earthquake activity has really ramped up. So let's go up to here, to the northeast of Greenland. There was a 4.9 earthquake on January 31st. And go over here, if I can get this map to comply here, this globe map to comply. Right there was a 3.8 north of Interbras, Austria, not Australia. Australia and Austria are two different places, but that was in Austria. Go down here, and there's a slew of earthquakes. One right here. 5.1 in Line Islands, the Kiribati region. That was January 31st. Here we have a 4.9 in this location in Futuna. This location 4.7 in New Zealand, and a 5.0 in Futuna there as well. Zoom in a little bit more. And there's a 4.6 in Futuna. location, well, northwest of Futuna, a 5.3 just west of Lada, Solomon Islands, and a 5.3 in this location near Papua New Guinea, and a 5.6 just southeast of Papua New Guinea. Go south, further south, there was another earthquake there, 5.4 in the Mid-Atlantic. I've already mentioned that one. Now, these are all around Australia. These were northeast Australia. And these here that I'm about to mention are northwest of Australia. A magnitude 4.6 earthquake southwest of Sula, Indonesia. So this was near Indonesia, and multiple aftershocks you can see by the amount of different circles right here in this location, and several aftershocks in that location as well. There was a 4.6 near this area of Indonesia, and the one I just shown, a 5.3 near Xinjiang, Indonesia, and their volcano was erupting as well. And then they got another 4.6 there. This location has a 4.5 earthquake just southeast of Santo Niño, the Philippines. And this location here, 4.4 near Japan, Naze, Japan. Also, Japan looks a lot bigger than I remember. I remember Japan being a lot smaller than this. This looks really large for the island of Japan, or the country of Japan. I don't know. I'm just asking you all if that looks correct to you, but it looks kind of large for the country of Japan. Anyway, there was a 4.8 in Orai, Japan, and in this location a 4.5 in Nami, Japan. So those two locations there got several earthquakes, a couple of aftershocks as well. So all over Australia, you can just see that there's just earthquakes all over the place. Here we have some more. Let me zoom in further. In red, we have a 6.1 which took place in Afghanistan, just south of Jarm, Afghanistan, and a 4.0 aftershock in Farkar, Afghanistan. Go further west, and there was an earthquake. And these are all within the past couple of days, really. A 4.1 in Mandali, Iraq, or Iraq, depending on your pronunciation. So Iraq got a 4.1, and 3.8 near Austria, in Innerbraz, Austria. So these are just a few of them, but there have been so many earthquakes taking place worldwide, and I decided I would share a few of them with you. That's just the earthquakes. I'm going to go into volcano mode here in a moment. It's not wanting to go into volcano mode, but there have been several volcanoes erupting as well. I don't know why it's not wanting to go into volcano mode, but there have been several volcanoes erupting. Well, the one in Indonesia is still erupting. Sinabung, which sounds like Cinnabon, is erupting. And just several locations. So you had that volcano off of New Zealand, I believe. It was near Australia, and it's causing, I believe, upwards of tens of thousands of people at least. I believe nearly 60,000 people have now had to evacuate in that area, in that location. It might be Papua New Guinea, it might be, I'm not sure, but the Philippines. It was in the Philippines. 75,000 people, I believe, as of yesterday, 75,000 people have had to be evacuated from the Philippines because of their erupting volcano. And so it is a dangerous, serious situation there. Let me see if I can... I searched it. Yeah. 75,000 people evacuated from that location. This volcano is erupting, so it is a very dire, very dangerous, serious situation taking place over in the Philippines. For some reason, this couldn't go into volcano mode, but you still got a view of the amount of earthquakes taking place, and there are a lot. To say, within the past month, there's been hundreds, if not thousands, and this is just earthquakes. It doesn't even count many of the aftershocks. So much love and stay safe. I just decided to give an update on the rising number of earthquakes taking place. Peace and stay safe. Bye. Much love.